Hello and welcome to week 18 of Against the Spread. I'm Drew Livingstone. That's Cam Stewart. Last week we were both 10-6, Cam. You had the lead on me until the final two games where Kirk Cousins not playing kind of screwed you, because if we knew that on Tuesday, I don't think you go with the Vikings.
Oh, yeah, and that line went from 6.5 to 13.5.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, really? This is what I'm dealing with? But this is the COVID era we're living in. We've both been screwed, and we've both been helped this year by a lot of these games. And I didn't really realize the Big Ben Swan song. If I knew it was this kind of deal, flying in the family or whatever, I probably would have looked at the Steelers instead of the Browns. And by the way, as I said before, Baker Mayfield, this guy's junk. He's probably, in my opinion, one of the, I would say probably bottom 3 starters in the NFL right now. This guy's
bottom
useless.
3.
Yes, he is. Well, who's
He's
worse?
top 3 actor, though. He's pretty good at his commercials.
Daniel Jones is better. No, you tell me. You tell me who's the guy's horrible, Drew. He's horrible.
Yeah, but he's going to get a starting job somewhere else next year.
Oh, good. You know what? As long as it's not with the Seahawks and Russell Wilson leaves, everything's fine. I don't even think this guy's a backup. He's not even a starter in my world. But anyway, this isn't the Baker Mayfield show. Hey, bud, tell your girlfriend to stop fighting your battles, too. You got to, man up a bit.
Yeah. It's pretty embarrassing.
Stop hurting my husband. You're hurting his feelings. It's like that doesn't help.
Yeah, it's not good. Recapping best bets, I was 2-1. You were 2-1. Tommy tiebreaker 0-3. Not too hot. I think it was his worst week of the season, and coming in again every time he goes against just me and you.
No. Actually, Tommy's on fire. But when he gets that strut in his step, like Vince McMahon in wrestling and everything like that, when he uses the L word, the lock, that's when things go bad. Tommy, if you play the subtle card, you'll go like every week you crush it when you go subtle. When he gets confident, bad things happen.
It's when he picks against us. If me and you are on one side and Tom goes here, it's always incorrect for some reason. We had the Ravens plus 2.5, and it closed at like 6.5, and we still got it because we said 83% is on one side. The alarms go off. Don't go with it. So.
Exactly.
That was a trap. All right, let's get into this week, Cam. Let's talk about the playoff clinching scenarios quickly off the top so we know who's going to be resting, who's going to be playing, who knows. Packers clinched home field advantage, so likely Jordan Love starting at quarterback. Aaron Rodgers might see a series or two, but that's whatever. The Rams can clinch the NFC West with a win. They need to beat the San Francisco 49ers. If they lose and the Cardinals win, then the Cardinals move into first in that division, and the Rams go to a wild card. Cowboys clinch a playoff spot. Cardinals clinch the playoff spot. San Fran and New Orleans, the only two teams fighting in the NFC. If San Fran loses and the Saints win, the Saints are in, or vice versa. In the AFC now, the Titans hold a tiebreaker on the Chiefs for the first place. So if they win, Cam, the 1 seed, how crazy is that after everything that happened with that seed?
Unreal.
The Chiefs can fall as low as 3rd, I believe. The Bengals have the tiebreaker on them after that win. And the Bills can jump to 3rd if they win and the Bengals lose. Same as the Patriots and the Bills can swap depending on those games. And then at the bottom, the Chargers play the Raiders. Winner of that gets a playoff spot. And the Colts win and they're in. If they lose, then the Ravens and Steelers have a chance at getting in. It's all a big mess, Cam. So let's try and puzzle our way, break this puzzle down starting with the Chiefs and the Broncos on Saturday, Cam. Broncos plus 10 at home. The Chiefs need the win to hang on to the 2 seed and maybe get the 1 seed if the Titans lose. You can start off with this one, Cam. Where are you going?
I was going to say, after your soliloquy, I would like you to start off with this one. I'm going to be honest with you. We're throwing darts this week. Like, there's a lot of weird stuff. I don't know some teams' motivations. It's going to be very difficult. But here's the deal. God, what do I do with this game? You're getting 10 with Denver? They're horrible. What do the Chiefs need to do, Drew?
The Chiefs don't cover. That's the issue.
What's the deal though? Like what do they?
So they want to win because if they win and the Titans lose, they get the 1st seed.
The Titans aren't going to lose though. They're playing.
Yeah, but so they still want that 2 seed though. The KC doesn't want to lose and possibly get the 3rd or 4th even.
Okay. Anyway, I think KC goes into Denver and wins, but they got to win by 10 in this game. I think also some of these guys, they'll understand the playoff. Their goal is Super Bowl or bust. After
they don't
losing
care
to Tom Brady. So here's the thing. I think even if they get a lead, the back door might be open in the 4th quarter. The question is, can Drew Lock and Denver capitalize on that back door? They're not a very good football team. The Chargers.
That was an embarrassing performance last week by them.
Oh no! They're like, the thing is, their defense is decent. Their offense is deplorable. It's awful. So here's the thing, though. I think it's a divisional game. They'll be up for it. I think Kansas City probably wins by a touchdown in this spot. Drew, as I said, guys, I hate this game. Like, this is not going to be on the card. Probably put Kansas City in some teasers. But, Chiefs by 7, Denver covers. They don't lose by more than 10.
I'm going to agree with you. I think because divisional game, Denver would love to play spoiler here. Vic Fangio is probably his last game as the Broncos head coach, so he can go out on top. I think they're alive on the money line, Cam. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I think the Chiefs are in trouble.
Drew.
I'm not saying Denver's going to win, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. So we'll see when Tommy picks it as his best bet later what happens. All right. Moving on. The Dallas Cowboys going to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Philadelphia +7 at home. 83% of the public betting on the Eagles, Cam. Right away, you know where I'm going. Alarm bells going off. The Eagles already clinched a spot. They don't care about this game. Dallas wants to try and move up in the standings. Give me the Cowboys to whoop the Eagles -7.
I agree with you. And I think Dallas, too, in their performance against Arizona, they're going to be really angry this week. They got to get some things right. They were sleepwalking till the third quarter. You know, I liked the Cardinals last week, Drew, but when Dallas woke up, they almost came back on a couple bad calls. They could have probably forced overtime and won that game. So let's be honest about it. I think they beat the Eagles by double digits too. We agree. We're off. Usually we disagree right off.
The only thing, Cam, Dallas might throw this game because then they get Philly in round 1. Maybe they're like, hey, we want these guys again next week.
That's a really good point. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
But I mean, teams don't throw football games.
No, they don't. And maybe I don't know what the Eagles are going to do. By the way, by the time of taping, Eagles got like 12 kind of COVID issues. I don't know who's going to play. Dallas Goedert, a couple other guys, few important players. So we don't know. So what do you think? I'm going to take Dallas.
No, you got to go Dallas. But did you see the FedEx Field footage of Jalen Hurts with the fans almost falling on him?
Yeah,
that was insane.
Hey, Washington. You had urine and whatever coming from like the gutters before on people. Remember that guy's getting a
that was disgusting.
And now you could have almost killed the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's a tip. I know you're going to get a new football name. How about you fix the stadium too on top of it? When you get the Washington football team, bring in some contractors and literally hire some good contractors, Snyder. Don't cheap out on the work. This stadium sucks. It's a safety hazard.
And you got Roger Goodell complaining about the Buffalo Bills stadium. He's like, the Bills need a new stadium. It's unacceptable. Why don't you go look at Washington?
It's 100 times better than Washington's. Anyway, give me the damn Cowboys.
Yeah, what a mess. Can you imagine if Jalen Hurts tore his knee or something there?
Like, it could have happened. That's how crazy it is. And the guy's taking selfies with people afterwards. I really
he's like happy about it. He's like,
good guy.
It's funny.
He's a cool dude.
The cameraman just underneath a pile of people and railing, but yeah, okay. All right. The Colts going to Jacksonville to take on the Jags, Cam. The Colts laying 15.5 on the road. Win and they're in. Lose and you got some crazy scenarios. I mean, it's probably the Jags. I don't even know, Cam. Like, you could start this one. It's your turn to start. So this game's a mess. Yeah.
I got to tell you, the final week of the season doing shows like this, guys, by the time we tape too, we should be throwing darts with like team logos. I'm going to take Jacksonville. These guys are the worst pussycats. There's no teeth in them. They
let you down last week, Cam.
I don't know what that's the thing. That's the way I gamble, though. I don't hold grudges against teams. I understand usually when a team screws me, I'll come back to them and they'll come back. But here's the thing. I don't like the game, but asking Indianapolis to win by 16 points on the road, very unimpressive performance against the Raiders. Hey, Trevor Lawrence, last game, does Jacksonville show up? Hey, if they lose, I don't think they're going to lose by what do we got here? 15.5 is the spread?
Yeah.
Give me Jacksonville. I think they could lose this game by like 7-10. Asking Indy to win by 16 on the road is too big a task.
All right, Cam, our first disagreement. I'm going with the Colts just solely based on Jonathan Taylor in that running game. We saw New England absolutely dominate them at the line of scrimmage and on the ground last week.
That's true.
And they put up a 50-burger on them, and I think the Colts could do just the same with the exact same formula. And Taylor will solidify himself in the MVP race when he runs for 230 and 4 touchdowns or something crazy. All right, Tommy Tiebreaker, your first appearance this week. Who are you going with?
Won't waste anyone's time here. I'm going with Drew. That's and I think everything you said is exactly how I feel. I think this is going to be the exact same game plan as New England, and they're going to score 40, 50 points. And Jacksonville will be lucky to kick a field goal and end this dumpster fire of a season and get yourself a nice high draft pick and kick the can down the road and hopefully
this guy, he sounds very confident again, Drew. He confident.
Yeah, I know. It's not good.
Know.
See, the Jags burned Tom last week, so now he's going back to the well.
Tom's not like me. He holds grudges. I'm just an idiot and say, hey, you want to be my friend again when you went over and I fell asleep and you robbed me? Hey, come over for a few beers. Anyway, I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm in. I know it's insane, but that's the way we roll.
Cam, Kevin Stefanski and the Cleveland Browns, a chance to upset the Bengals and ruin their division championship goals. Oh, no, sorry. They already won Clinton's division. What am I talking about?
So what can the Bengals do? What does this game mean for the Bengals?
So if they lose,
nothing.
No, if they lose, they can drop to the 4 spot. which would mean a date with the Patriots. Do they want to do that, or do they want to win and stay ahead and face maybe the Colts or Raiders and Chargers? I think they want to win this football game, Cam, because I think they want the higher seed. But then again, if you stay 3, that means you get the Chiefs in round 2 if you win that wild card round. So do you want the Chiefs or the Titans in round 2?
No, you don't. I'm going to take Cleveland just for that scenario. Here's the thing. Cleveland sucks. Baker Mayfield, by the time we're doing the show, he's going to have surgery. Who cares? I don't care if it's Case Keenum. I don't care if it's a kid off the street.
It's probably better if it's Case Keenum, Cam.
What?
It's probably better if it's Keenum. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Drew. We've been betting and watching football a long time. Case Keenum is actually a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield, or at least the same, and he'll grind and run better. Here's the thing. I think it's a letdown spot for the Bengals. They were one of my top picks last week in their comeback win against Kansas City. This game they lay an egg. I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns plus 2.5. Hold my breath. Very difficult game.
Yeah, this game's a coin flip, and I'm just going to go with the Bengals just because I think Joe Burrow and the gang wants to get a win, and it's only 2.5, which means they just got to win. I think they're going to win this football game. I think the Browns are done. At this point, they just want a higher draft pick to maybe replace Baker Mayfield. So give me the Bengals, though I don't like it that much. But Tommy Tiebreaker, who you rolling with?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I love the Bengals here. This is a team that's cooking. Their chains are hanging low, and the Browns are dead in the water. They're zero confidence. They got nothing to do here. The Bengals go in there, a statement game. These teams hate each other. Even if both these teams are out of the playoffs, it's going to matter to one of them, especially the Bengals, where they could beat up on the team that's beat on them for the last decade or so. So give me the Bengals here for a statement win, 11-win season, and Joey Burrow goes into the playoffs with a his engine filled with confidence. And
I mean,
they need a big win here. They got to keep the momentum growing. They're playing.
Tom,
really,
their
really
statement
good
win
football.
was last week against the Chiefs,
Exactly.
and the week
it's a
before,
letdown spot,
and the week before that. And I just think they're rolling, and they want to go into the playoffs with that confidence. You don't want to lay an egg going into your first playoff berth the next amount of years, right? So
all right, I like that you're on my side. I just don't really like your reasoning for it, but we'll agree to disagree. All right.
He's tough, Tom. The new Drew in the new year.
Hey, me and Cam are in a dead heat. This last week's going to decide who wins. So I need Tommy to be confident. So I want better reasoning next game, Tom. Promise me. All right. Vikings hosting the Bears, laying 2.5 at home. Cam, Kirk Cousins probably back. This game means absolutely nothing to either team, though. Cousins covers when the game means nothing. So give me Kirk Cousins. You can go here, though.
Yeah, game blows. I'm going to take is Cousins going to play? Yeah, he should. Chicago actually looked good, but it was against the Giants. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. I'll take Minnesota, too. It's 2.5. Final home game. I don't know, man.
Is this Kirk Cousins' last game as a Viking?
It could be. I can tell you it's Zimmer's. That guy's done.
Oh, yeah.
The way he handled the situation, too. He's like, hey, maybe we should see Kellen Mond. He's like, I see him all the time. Like, come on, dude. Like, that's the thing about these old curmudgeons. Like, you guys,
they're so grumpy.
That's the thing, Drew. I'm an old guy now, but I'm not Mr. Grump with you. Like, I'm still, you know what I mean? You got to understand younger people. You got to kind of go with the flow a little bit more. You could still, be a guy that, lays down the law. But Mike Zimmer all the time. The guy's Mr. Sour. Even Tom Coughlin changed when the Giants won the Super Bowl. Like, you have to adapt. He hasn't. He's done. Give me the Vikings. But I'll tell you, the Bears might be a dog in this game. This is the thing. I want to take Chicago, but I'm going to take Minnesota just because Cousins back.
You're like partly convincing me to go with the Bears just because of the mess in Minnesota. I mean, that performance against Green Bay was atrocious. It was embarrassing. I mean, I understand it's your backup quarterback, but good coaches and good teams cover with backup quarterbacks. So you're right. With the way they played tells me that this is a terrible coaching staff organization.
You just took the Vikings though, did you?
I know. I'm thinking about switching.
You want to switch? I'm thinking, you know what? I might switch too, but let's move on. We have until the end of the show.
I'm going to officially switch on the show. We're going to opposite sides here, Cam. I'm going Bears. You know what? I'm calling an audible. So I'm on the Bears. You're on the Vikings. You want to switch before I bring Tommy in?
Yeah, I want to switch too. I'm on the Bears.
Are
the Bears going to ruin the party in Minnesota? Like, what do we do? If the Vikings cover, we both deserve to get slapped.
Yeah, we're both idiots. We're both idiots.
We're getting 2.5 points. But here's the thing. Like, it's only Jefferson, right? Like, Thielen's gone. There's a lot of issues. Minnesota kind of tapped out last week against Green Bay. Even though they're at home, I see the Bears for pace, that he also knows he's done. He might try some trick plays and stuff like that. Zimmer's kind of you get the season over with. Where Pace is probably going to go, hey, Dalton, go nuts. And Andy Dalton played pretty well against I know it's the Giants. You're right. I did convince myself. Bears it is. Go Bears.
We both just switched on the fly to the underdog. Probably going to be a mistake, but we will see on Sunday, that game. All right, Pittsburgh going to Baltimore. Ben Roethlisberger's likely last game as an NFL quarterback. Cam, it hasn't looked good the last 2 years, but Mike Tomlin, once again, not a losing season, 15 straight years, the only coach ever to do that. Very impressive.
Couldn't care less. Here's the thing. I'm taking almost every dog so far. This is it. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens in this spot. I think they're a better team. They got screwed against the Rams. They've been playing good football, if not for their coach being too aggressive.
1-point losses for the Ravens.
Oh, it's ridiculous against good football teams, too. Here's the thing. Big Ben had his party last week at home. Ravens fans aren't going to give him a farewell. They're going to want this guy to be, end it, almost in the hospital. They're going to be an angry team. They want to go do well. I don't care if it's Huntley or Lamar Jackson. Ravens by a touchdown. They cover the 3.5. Let's go.
I'm going to agree with you here, Cam. I just think the big swan song was last night in Pittsburgh. This means nothing. This could be the Patriots, Tom Brady style. You know, Tom Brady's last throw as a Patriot was a pick six. I could see that happening here with Big Ben as well. So give me the Ravens. I know we've hated on the Ravens all year, Cam, but
no, we haven't. I know. I did earlier in the year, but actually, have you noticed lately I've been taking them with Huntley? You're getting points.
No, so for the spread, but we've hated on Harbaugh's decision making.
Yes. You could be aggressive, but there's also being stupid. Sometimes just play for overtime. You might win the game. Anyway, he cost his team a playoff spot this year, being too aggressive.
Most likely,
Bottom line.
I mean, Lamar's injury doesn't help, but yeah, I agree. They could have.
Huntley was just as good. That's on the staff.
Yeah, fair. Okay, Houston hosting the Tennessee Titans. The Titans looking to lock up the number 1 seed in the AFC, laying 10.5 on the road. Houston, I think, just wants to lose this game and secure a top draft pick. Tennessee, I think, blows them out, Cam. Give me the Titans all day here. They want to lock up that 1 seed and a trip with a bye on the line. I think everyone wants that bye. The bye is so important with it only being 1 team, Cam. So I think of Vrabel and the gang lock it up with over 10.5.
Can I get a shot of Jameson and some Tylenol? These games are honest to God. I do not see these games are so hard.
I don't even want to watch half of them.
You'll watch the Bills and the Jets game just for.
Well, that's because the
AFC is on the line. Because you guys are Buffalo Bill ×2 here. But I'm gonna know what I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the dog in this spot, Drew. Nothing new, nothing shocking there.
Nothing shocking.
Here's the thing about Houston. They actually played San Francisco really tough in that game, and a couple calls went against them, which was BS. I thought they played good. Davis Mills can do enough. You're telling me these guys, they're getting 10.5 points. Tennessee, I think they've been doing it a little bit, they're good. Don't get me wrong, but a little bit of smoke and mirrors after blowing out Miami, feeling good about themselves. They roll in. Houston gives them fits. Tennessee might win, but I don't think they win by 11. Give me the damn Texans at home to give something who bet on them. The fans, they don't care about the outright money line. You bet the spread, you walk away happy. Give me the Texans. Yeehaw.
All right, Tommy Tiebreaker, you going back to the Stewart family tree, or are you sticking with me on these ones?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with you, Drew. The 10.5 points, this could be 21.5 points. I'll put my hard-earned money on the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, here comes this is great. I love this right now.
I'm so confident.
Yes, you are so confident.
I am so confident.
Please.
So confident. I will throw in a lock of the week right there for the Tennessee Titans.
Can I switch my pick?
You might, I love it, Tom. I love your confident nature this week. Yeah, he's really going for it. Okay,
he's really going for it. Coming off of that week, he wants to just throw the lock word around. I don't like it. Tom. I said to have better reasoning. You came with that nonsense. Oh, my God. All right. The Giants hosting the Washington football team. Washington, another road favorite, laying 6.5. Cam, the Giants are an absolute mess, but so is Washington. Though Washington should have beat Philly last week. I stand by that. We were right on the right side of that cover. This week, I don't know. I started with the Titans. You can start this one.
I'll take the Giants.
Oh, God, Cam, you back at it.
I can't make any, honestly, if I'm walking into a court of law, what's your case, Mr. Stewart? Well, the Giants suck. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, Washington? No, I'll take the Giants. Last home game. Mike Glennon's a turd, one of the worst backups going. I just think Washington, they're not a playoff team. They're not going anywhere. This is kind of like the game where I think the home team gets up for the game. I think it's a real tight game. I think the Giants can actually win this game outright. They're going to give their fans, right when they're at their lowest, Joe Judge fires up the troops, and I think they can actually get it done. I'll tell you one thing. This game it's hard to bet, but I'm going to take the Giants. I think they can win this game outright. I know that sounds insane, but the final game at home, I think they actually give some fans, maybe winning tickets because they cover the number. Give me the Giants.
I mean, it's probably one of the worst home field advantages in football, Cam.
It is.
New
You're
York. And I just think Washington's a better team in every aspect. And I think Heineke's playing for his job. So I think Washington wins.
That's a good point.
Wins and covers this number. And like you said, I'll use your words against you. Mike Glennon is a turd. So I will go with Washington. All right. Tommy Tiebreaker. Who are you going with?
The Giants have scored like 7 points the last 9 weeks. They're one of the worst offenses in football, and Washington is quietly can get things done. I think this is the thing I'm looking at is the 38-point total here, and assault the under on that. This is
really
going to be like a 10-7 type game. I don't think Washington covers. I just don't think either of these teams could score enough points for them to cover. Washington wins this game, but they win by a field goal. So give me the Giants with you, Cam.
Ooh, Tommy going back to the Stewart family.
Yeah, he pulled the old Stewart switch. Interesting. Okay. I like it.
The old Scottish slick. He made it sound like he was coming with me the whole time.
Exactly. He did. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Green Bay going to Detroit, laying 2.5 on the road. It looks like Jordan Love will start. Green Bay does not need this game. Probably 12 of their 22 starters will be benched this whole game because they already locked up the 1 seed.
Yeah.
It's Cam, you go with the home dog here?
Yeah, I'm going with Larry the Lion. Actually, I was on Seattle with that trap line last week telling people with Russell Wilson in their last
You told me.
game.
I didn't believe you.
Yeah, no, a lot of people didn't. Trust me, Detroit was a heavily public dog last week, but here's the thing. Yeah, you said it. Jordan Love, if you beat me, so be it. We're getting 2 points with the Lions. Campbell, last game of the season. This team fired up. Everybody leaves Ford Field happy. Detroit outright will take the Lions this week in Green Bay. You said it. Every player of value has to sit in this spot. There's no need for anything. Their goal is the Super Bowl after being embarrassed by Tampa Bay, went on to win the Super Bowl. Green Bay understands. It's Super Bowl or bust, so give me Detroit.
Detroit has been a covering machine this year despite their 2-13 record, 10-6 against the spread. Just unreal, Cam. 5-2 at home against the spread. I don't know, could this be like where ownership's like, hey, Dan, listen, we want to lose this game. Like, we're locked into a top 3 pick right now. Like, let's keep that. Do teams do
I don't believe that because there's other bad teams too. You play the game. You know what? That's not in Campbell's DNA. Other guys might think that. He's just like, listen, who cares? We get 1 spot. You know what I mean? Like, and what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to do? The quarterbacks available in the draft. Corral from Ole Miss got hurt in the game. These guys, you can get them very deep in the draft. Hell, you can even, maybe find a guy in the 2nd round that you like. Anyway.
And St. Brown, Cam, how good has this kid been?
I agree. Imagine this guy was still on the Packers.
Oh, well, no, that's a different St. Brown. That's a different St. Brown.
Oh, yeah, different St. Brown. Sorry.
I'm confused me. I was like, no,
I'm getting confused too. Sorry, I'm an absolute idiot.
The Packers St. Brown might have a good game actually because he'll be the one starting probably.
You're right. There's 2 St. Browns. I don't know what the hell I told you. I'm not feeling very well right now. Anyway, give me Detroit. Give me Detroit.
All good. I agree with you. We're going Detroit. Dan Campbell to bring these guys to 3-13 and 11-6 against the spread. Very impressive ATS record, and they should be better straight up as well. Let's be honest.
I agree.
All right, the Patriots going to Miami to take on the Dolphins. The Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, one of the worst performances yet again. Week 17, 2 straight years, just lays an absolute egg with the playoffs on the line. Last year, he lost to Matt Barkley in Buffalo. This year, he loses to. It was absolutely embarrassing, Cam. Like that performance. Is he still their quarterback next year? Like
they have to think about it. That was the thing. Like. You can't rely on the defense the whole time. Miami's secondary is wicked. Their defense is good. If Tua gave them consistent quarterback play, they're definitely a playoff team.
We liked them against the Titans too, and then they laid an egg.
I had the Titans, Drew.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
I liked them. Me and Tom liked them. Sorry, me and Tom liked them.
Yeah, you and the other Stewart were on Remember the Titans. Anyway, I don't remember the Dolphins. I was on Remember the Titans, and the Titans murdered these guys. This week, I'm coming back to Miami. See what I do, Tommy? The old Scottish switch. Miami disappoints you guys last week. I'll get on them this week, +7. I think New England, they always play New England tough. The Patriots have been very, very good, but asking them to go on the road and beat Miami by 7 in a divisional game with franchises that hate each other, I will take the fish. Please don't squish the fish. New England, if you win by under 7. Give me the fish.
I wish it was still 5.5, which it opened at. It's now 7, which means people are heavily betting the Patriots. Give me the Pats 7. I know they lost week 1 to Miami, and that's the reason they may not win the division. I know Miami always plays them tough, but you know what? Give me the Pats. I think they absolutely run the Dolphins out of their own building. And I mean, it's probably the worst. I said the Giants. Miami has the worst home field advantage. Actually, the Chargers. But Miami's the second worst home field advantage, Cam.
It's true.
Give me the Pats to run them out of their own building. Tommy Tiebreaker, who you got?
Well, listen, Drew, you're always quick to point out my shortcomings when I miss these picks, but you seem to have a short-term memory from last week when I gave the sage advice to jump off the Dolphins bandwagon and go after the Titans. Right. But I'm going to pull a trick out of the old Stewart cap here. I'm going to go back to Miami because at the end of every season, the Dolphins play the Patriots, and the Dolphins beat them. They beat them by a point. They beat them with these crazy, you know what I mean, last-second freaking hurdling, freaking throwing the ball.
Jamie Harris fumbling. Yeah.
Fumbling.
They always find a way to frustrate them, especially down south in Miami, and I think that they'll do the same thing again. I mentioned it again the week before last that the Patriots offense was starting to come back to earth a little bit. Obviously, it proved me wrong with that 50-burger against Jacksonville, but I think this is another correction for them. This will be a lot tighter of a game. And the Dolphins will lose the game, but it'll be by a field goal. It's not going to be a beatdown like the spread is indicating or implying. So, yeah, give me them Fins +7.
So you're saying, Cam, a little sprinkle on the Dolphins' money line or what?
Yeah, why not? I think Tom's right. Miami, it doesn't matter about the situation. I know they looked horrid against Tennessee, but you take them. You take the Dolphins in this spot, and we're getting a whole touchdown now, so I'm in.
All right. Moving on, the Buffalo Bills with a chance to lock up the AFC East host the New York Jets. Zach Wilson's first trip to Old Buffalo. It's probably going to be snowing. Bills laying 17 points at home. Cam, that's a lot of points. I'm going to still go with the Bills because I think this is one of those games where the fans will be partying by the third quarter. Zach Wilson's not going to know what hit him with the fans going wild. He won't be able to hear himself talk. AFC East shirts will be thrown around. And I think this is one of those 42-10 games, Cam. It's simple for me.
I don't think it's very simple at all. I think the Atlanta Falcons were like kind of lingering in that game. Buffalo finds ways
Bills
to
should have covered if
Bass
didn't miss an extra point.
Here's the thing, man. Like, I'm going to take 17 with the Jets. I know they're a train wreck. They should have beat Tampa Bay. They fell apart at the end of that game.
They threw that game. I stand by it. They threw that football game. 4th and 2 at the 10, Cam, in the red zone, and they go for a QB sneak instead of going up 7.
Here's the thing. I know Buffalo's going to win this game. Are they going to win by 18? That's the whole.
No. I'm just saying the Jets threw that game against Tampa last week.
No, they did. Yeah, it felt that way. It felt like they threw the game last week. There were some crazy, questionable calls. This is nuts, though. Like Buffalo and these spreads. Like I love the Bills. Like I cheer for these guys, but like 18 points is a lot of points, man. I'm going to regret this, but I'm taking the Jets.
All right, Tommy Tiebreaker. Who you rolling with?
Oh, we're going Bills all day here. This is classic Josh Allen. End of the year, Jets roll into town with 1 foot. You know what I mean? Half an arm. They're barely making it into the offseason here. And the Bills need a huge win here. They need a statement win because they got to secure this division and wrap up that whatever it's going to be 2-3 seed. They know what the stakes are here, and they're going to put a shift in. And something that's changed from the previous matchup where the Bills scored 45 was Devin Singletary is really clicking now. They have more ways to beat you, and that proves wrong for the Jets. Even though the Jets defense has just kind of turned it on, in the last couple of weeks, they look a little bit better as a unit.
Tom?
As a unit, I think the Bills are going to destroy them. It's going to be.
Cam, you switching back?
I can't take the Jets. You're right. You guys bring up here's the thing. I just don't know how much the Bills are going to win by, but the Jets could roll over.
The back door is open.
That's what I'm saying.
That's for sure.
That's the thing. It's going to be a situation where the Bills are probably up 20, and they're either going to ice the game or the Jets are going to get a backdoor touchdown and lose by 13.
So are you switching?
It removes my pick if you do. That's a lot of pressure off my back there, Cammy. So please.
Last time you switched, Cam, it was the incorrect decision. So let's see.
Oh, really? You're documenting these things?
Yeah.
Okay. Fan. See, he's all over us, right, Tom? Like, anyway, Drew, like I'll tell you, you're really.
Let's see. Let's decide. Jets or Bills? I want to hear it.
I'll take the Bills.
All right, Cam. And Tom, I will keep your pick in the slot because you made it on camera, so it's got to stay. That's the rules.
Drew, and if I lose this one again, moving forward in the playoffs, don't ever let me switch again.
I'll say no, you're not allowed to switch.
Yeah, just I need that as an asterisk. Yes, please.
All right, Arizona hosting Seattle. Chance to win the NFC West if they win and the Rams lose. So this game is very important to Arizona. Big game against Dallas. They won that football game, Cam. They almost blew it, but Kyler Murray and the boys were good enough. I think this is a letdown spot for Seattle, but you tell me. You can go first in this one.
I agree. I was on Seattle big last week. I thought it was, Russell Wilson and him and DK Metcalf worked it out, but, that's the thing. It's a one-week party. Arizona, they're going to take care of business. They got to get some things right. It's under a touchdown. God, man, Seattle has been playing a little bit better, but I'm going to take the Cardinals. They'll probably win this game by 10 points. I know Seattle and the Cardinals have had sometimes historically really, really tight games, but I'm just, I got to take Arizona. I don't like this game at all. Seattle actually looked pretty good last week, but it was against the Lions.
Cam, it is crazy that Arizona's 10-6 against the spread, but 2-5 at home.
I know.
Like
that's why I kind of like them, Drew. They have to make a statement at home, like going into the playoffs, right?
I mean, I told you they're a paper teddy bear contender was what I said.
Tiger.
But
yeah,
I think they lose the first round anyway, no matter who they're facing. But I think they win this game to at least have a chance at that division title. So
Cool.
Give me the Cardinals to win by a touchdown. All right, the Saints let you down last week, Cam. I was the only one.
First of all, anyway, whatever. Who'd I take? Carolina? Okay, yeah. Actually, that's on me. I thought they were covering the whole game.
They were. It was a late cover by the Saints. Alvin Kamara.
What do I usually do, Drew? I usually come back to like the girlfriend that, hey, you slept with my friend. Hey, baby, I still love you. We could work it out. No, we're not working it out. I'm done and I'm moving on. And I'm going to the bar to have some drinks. Give me Frank Falcon at +4.5.
You didn't even let me introduce the game. All right, Saints laying 4.5 on the road. Atlanta +4.5. Cam's taking Atlanta. Even though they just covered last week, Cam's just like, screw it. Both these teams covered, Cam, so it's not really going back.
I'm not laying 4.5 with the Saints. Give me the Falcons, okay? And I know they're bad, but hey, this could be Matt Ryan's last hurrah.
Yeah,
talking about that Big Ben party, maybe Matt Ryan. Like, who knows? I'm going to say crazier things have happened. Give me the Falcons.
All right. Well, I'm going with the Saints, Cam. Playoffs on the line. They need a win, and it's 4.5. I think they could win this game by a touchdown. I just think with so much on the line for this offense, this coach, this team, their defense, I think, gets to Matt Ryan all day. He's gotten sacked the most in football. So give me the Saints. 4.5 is not enough points. All right.
Fair enough.
Tiebreaker. Who are you going with?
They're probably the two teams I've watched the least amount all season. So I really have no idea. I'll just go with I'll flip a coin here, and I'll go with Drew because I don't like Atlanta. So give me New Orleans. This is what you're tuning in for,
that's
folks.
fair analysis. We didn't really
you're tuning in for
analysis either.
Some real highbrow analysis here from producer Tom. Real deep stuff.
No, you know what, though? There is no analysis. The Saints are a bad football team, and they're one-dimensional, and the Falcons are a horrible football team as well. I'm just going to take the dog. They're at home.
I will point out, this is your tip usually, reverse line movement despite everyone betting Atlanta, which is not good for you.
I agree with that. You're right, Drew. No, but I'm not going to switch my pick.
No, you can't switch now. It just got trap written all over it, though.
It does.
Right. San Fran going to LA to take on the Rams. The Rams laying 5 at home. Surprisingly, more of the public are betting on San Fran.
That's not surprising. That's not surprising.
Okay, listen,
have you seen the Rams play?
We're going to explain why it's not surprising. Yeah. But to me, the Rams, I feel like, are a publicly backed team, Cam, because of the names on their team. I'm going with San Fran here. Playoffs on the line. I think they upset the Rams outright. I love them on the money line. I love them every part of this game. You explain why I'm right.
Of course you're right. Matt Stafford's turning into Matt Ryan. This Rams team had no business winning. I'll give Odell Beckham all the credit in the world. He saved their season. Without Odell Beckham, the Rams would be screwed. Cooper Kupp, in my opinion, is the MVP. One of them. He should be on the ballot. He's doing more with less. Stafford, I don't know is he a horse? Does he need LASIK surgery? You tell me. Take a look at his interceptions, Drew. I think he's got like the last 10, like multiple. He's got 5 in his last 2 games. Like, it's brutal. Interception. Here's the thing. We have a problem, though. Reverse line movement. It was Rams 5.5. Now it's Rams 4. Whoa.
I got Rams 5. So we're going 5.
Really? We get 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're on the same game, so it doesn't matter for a record. Give me San Francisco +5. I agree, Drew. Outright win possibility. Money line.
Yeah, I mean, I got some Super Bowl futures on San Fran, and if they lose this game, those are dead. So let's fingers crossed that San Fran wins this football game. And I think they could. And I don't think the Rams haven't impressed anybody the last couple of weeks, Cam. What have they done that's impressed you?
Not much.
Yeah,
actually,
exactly.
I think they look awful.
Exactly.
They're fighting with each other. Ramsey pushed a teammate. I don't like anything about the Rams right now.
All right. Carolina going to Tampa to take on the Buccaneers. The Bucs, 83% of the public once again on the one side, Cam. The Buccaneers laying 8 at home. Over-unders 42. I mean, we said it last time these teams played, and the Bucs covered because we don't know how Carolina was going to score, and they couldn't score really. This is probably the same thing, but just everything in me says when I see 83%, I go the other way. So I'm taking Carolina despite having no reason or rhyme to do so, Cam.
I actually
regret this.
You're not going to regret it. Tampa Bay needs to stay healthy to go into the playoffs. I think, what is it, 8? What do we get, 8.5? 8. Okay, we're getting 8. Carolina, I think they're actually going to battle in this game. And the thing is, I think their defense will help with the cover. I think they score 13 points in this game, and I think Tampa Bay gets like 16. I don't think there's a lot of scoring. I think Tom Brady, they got to keep him upright. The Antonio Brown stuff doesn't help. Carolina, I know Matt Rule's done a really bad job there. I expected more, but you're giving me 8 points. I think Carolina can hang in this game, Drew. Tampa Bay has to worry about the next step. This game, just win, get out of the building. I'm not sure if they're going to win by 9. So give me Carolina.
I hope you're right. I mean, the public's been very wrong when it comes to these 80% spreads. So let's talk quickly about Antonio Brown, Cam. Everyone was quick to roast him and say how crazy he is, but then it came out from Ian Rappaport that the Bucs essentially told him on the sideline, like, if you don't go back in the game, you're cut. And he was saying I was too hurt to play. So if you're in his shoes, I feel like I would react the same way. I'd be like, I'm cut. All right, take your jersey. Like, what do you think about that?
I think they're both at fault. First of all, Antonio Brown, the thing is, a normal person would have probably just sat there, stewed, and at the end of the game, you bust into Arians' office and say, what the hell are you talking about? That's what you do. You deal with the situation. He's a drama guy. He did it. He went too far. But let's remember one thing. Everyone gives Bruce Arians a free pass.
He's very arrogant.
This guy has ripped, and I said this on the show before, he's arrogant. He rips players all the time, and everyone thinks he's, jolly Santa Claus. He lied about Antonio Brown before. Oh, we're not going to go pick him. You pick him up. I don't trust anything that comes out of this guy's mouth because it's proven you can't trust it. Brown was wrong. He was wrong. And I'll tell you something. Tom Brady loves this guy. Want to know why? People are saying, I don't understand why Tom sticks up for him. I do. Antonio Brown went to Central Michigan and was drafted in the 6th round. Tom Brady went to Michigan and was drafted in the 6th round. Underdog people, guys that have overachieved in their careers, they stick by each other. Hey, Arians, you got a problem, buddy. I got to be honest with you, like my blood's boiling. My heart's starting to palpitate. This guy gets a free pass. I don't like it. I think they're both at fault.
Cam, we both know Arians didn't want Antonio Brown there. It's Brady signing. The whole time he was like, I don't really want him. We don't know if he's still going to be here. And Brady was like, no, he's my guy. We want him. We want to win a Super Bowl. And now this was his first chance. He could be like, oh, Antonio, you're cut if you don't want to go back in this game. I don't care if you think you're hurt. And like, really? You're going to force your receiver to play
Arians
even though he
always
thinks
gets
he's
a free
hurt?
pass, right? It's always Antonio Brown's fault. They're both at fault. Brown he too much drama, and Arians he lies. Like he's just I don't trust anything that guy says. I got to be honest with you. I used to think that guy was a nice guy. You said it. He's got an ego the size of planet Earth, and his word doesn't mean anything. I'm sorry. Hey, no, that's straight up facts, Drew. Like go back in history. He's lied about a lot of stuff, and everybody, Bruce Arians. Yeah, you know what, Arians? Maybe you should be nicer to people and don't spin stories so much.
And Tampa's in trouble in the playoffs, Cam, without the receivers.
I agree.
So
Godwin is a great blocking receiver too. People don't understand. Godwin he does a lot of small things that people don't realize. So
we will see.
I think we're right about this one. Yeah, this is a good little rant, Drew.
All right,
what do you got next? Yeah,
the Chargers going to Las Vegas, the Death Star as they call it, to take on the Raiders. The Chargers laying 2.5 on the road. Whoever wins this is in the playoffs. But Cam, I have one scenario to talk about first before we get into this.
Okay.
If the Colts lose, all the Raiders and Chargers need is a tie to both make the playoffs. If you're the Raiders or Chargers, don't you just say, okay, let's kneel it 50 times and both walk away in the playoffs? Like, would
an interesting scenario, but the Colts aren't going to lose to the Jags.
No, but I'm saying, let's say hypothetically they lose to the Jags. If you're on either coaching staff, do you just say, hey, let's get a tie on purpose?
And then bring, who's there? Line 1, Roger Goodell. I know you guys missed the game to get into the playoffs. Okay.
Too bad.
Anyway, I'm just saying that's not happening, Drew. I enjoy your
no, but I'm saying, would you do it?
Senior Stewart's agreeing with me. It's not happening. There's not going to be a tie. They're not going to be in collusion with each other. Just it sounds nice, but it's not happening. And if it does, Drew, I owe you a big time apology.
I'm just saying, how funny would that be? Sunday Night Football. It's just Derek Carr kneel, Justin Herbert
They wouldn't do
kneel.
a kneel. They just throw bad passes and stuff. They make it look real, but it would be fake. They're not going to be that stupid.
I think it'd be funny just to see a bunch of kneels.
I would enjoy that too. But who's picking here?
All right, I can start. I think the Raiders have been dealt a tough card all season long, Cam. Their coach, the receiver, the COVID stuff, the rescheduling for no reason because they get punished for following COVID protocols. I just think this is a big letdown spot for the Chargers. The Chargers always lay an egg in these big spots, and I just don't think that they're ready to win this football game. I think the Raiders get in. As crazy as that sounds,
no, it doesn't. I really
Vegas.
want to take the Raiders too, but
we said it after Madden's unfortunate passing. They played very well, and I think that helps drive them in this football game as well.
Here's the thing: they got another guy. It's like you got Ruggs in jail, and now you're DUIing and going for a nap on a ramp. Like, what are these guys doing? I can't believe what the Raiders have gone through this year. I don't know, Drew. I think I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to take the Chargers. I absolutely think this game is 50-50 to me. I think the Raiders are a dangerous dog, but I think the Chargers are just a better football team, and they win by a field goal. It's 2.5.
I agree.
2.5.
I agree. Yeah, it's 2.5. I agree. The Chargers are a better football team, better quarterback, better defense.
I know.
Their run defense is pretty bad, actually.
It is.
But better receiving core. It's just, it feels like this is the Raiders. There's something special going
I
on
agree.
in Vegas.
Yep.
So that's what I'm going to go with. I hope they bottle that.
Roger Goodell
all right.
also, too, for conspiracy theories. Like that LA market will always, like, it doesn't matter if nobody goes and fans from other teams go. New Raiders, Vegas, a playoff game. It's I don't know. But anyway, I'm taking the Chargers, and I'll probably live to regret it.
All right, Tommy Tiebreaker. For the final time this regular season, break the tie for us.
Having said all that, it has been an impressive season for the Raiders. Like just echoing what you guys have said, how they've hung around this this long, despite everything that's happened to them. And Derek Carr, who came out of the gates throwing 400 yards a game, and he's kind of maintained that that output all season. I mean, they've been a good story. Having said that, I think this is when the Chargers kind of wake up and get things going. They need to, this is a huge game for them, not only just to get into the playoffs, but to get that momentum going. They got to start straightening it out, ironing things out. And I think this is where you get it right here against a good, tough team. It's a good challenge. It gets, the boys will be ready. They'll be up for it. And I think they come in and lay it out. I think it's just kind of goes like how the game went back in October. I think, Justin Herbert just kind of puts it in Eckler's hands. And lets him drive the narrative, and I think that's what's going to happen here again. It's going to be tough to answer that if you're the Raiders, and I think the Chargers get out with like a 5-6 point win. So
I hope so,
right.
Tom. Hope so.
I like Tom's reasoning when he's on your side, Cam. It sounds so much more convincing than instead of just like, I'm just going with Drew just because. But anyway,
I thought we made good points about the Antonio Brown story, where everyone just wants to take Arian's side in this whole situation.
Everyone likes
and
to rag on
Antonio Brown. Let's call it what a gopher is. I deal with a lot of people, my family, and a lot of people around me that have the guy's got a mental health problem, and it's serious. Like, if you're another team in the league, don't sign this guy. He needs help first because there's obviously something going on. But let's just say, hey, Bruce Arians, you knew the guy needed help. You didn't do him any favors either. I think he treated Antonio Brown like a dog, and he deserves to be. I don't understand why this guy always gets a free pass, like he's a good guy or something. It pisses me off.
All right. Well, moving on, Cam. Let's get to our best bets. Best bets of the regular season. Do you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
Yes. I always like you to go first, Drew. I gotta get organized here.
All right. My bronze pick will be the New Orleans Saints -4.5. The reverse line movements. I think they lock up or a chance at the playoffs. So give me the Saints. My silver will be the San Francisco 49ers on the road in LA to take on the Rams. And my gold is, I wrote it down, my gold is the Baltimore Ravens at home, laying 3.5 against the Steelers. I think Ben's swan song was last week, so I think this week they get smoked by the Ravens. And see you later, Ben. Go off to the Hall of Fame. Enjoy your retirement.
I agree. I'm going to take the Ravens as my bronze. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions as my silver and gold pick. What am I going to do here? I know there's a game that we liked. God, do I actually do this with Carolina? No, I can't.
Damn, you loved San Fran with me. Just hop on.
I'll go San Fran. I don't know which mineral to put it. San Fran gold against the Rams. There we go.
All right, so we're both on the same side of two best bets. That's good signs for the public. Hopefully,
to fade us. Yeah,
exactly. All right, Tommy Tiebreaker, 0-3 last week. Let's rebound and go 3-0.
You love telling Tom that. You mentioned it multiple times.
Cam, have you seen his record? He's absolutely smoking us this year.
He's good. Yeah, I told you he wouldn't have happened if he didn't throw around the lock word.
That's true. It's true. All right, Tom, give us your best bets.
We got a couple echoes here, fellas, but I'll take as my bronze the 49ers at +4. I don't remember what we had Cincinnati at because the lines changed for me on my end, but I think it was 2.5. I'll take Cincinnati at -2.5 as well. And I know the Detroit Lions have had a lot of trouble beating real NFL teams. I don't think they have that much trouble beating a practice squad this week. So give me Detroit +2 as my gold pick.
I don't like you calling them a practice squad team. That sounds like a lock.
Are you on Green Bay or Detroit, Drew?
We're both on Detroit.
Oh, okay, good. I was hoping you would be on Green Bay.
No. I'm not back in the Jordan Love train. I don't think he's their starter next year, even if Aaron Rodgers is gone. Surprising.
Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be gone. He's going to sign there.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Next week we will have two shows for you. One, a playoff predictions video where we share our entire scenarios, who we think's going to the Super Bowl. And hint from my side, I don't think it's going to be the Chiefs.
I agree with you.
Is that crazy? I don't know.
No, it's not crazy.
All right.
Not
Well,
crazy.
and then following that, we will have the regular wild card round spread picks the next day. We will see you next week. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. And hopefully we all win our bets this week. And maybe I can catch Cam. I think I'm like 3 games by on the season. I don't know what it is. But we will see who wins the season. It's been an impressive season, Cam, from both of us. The fact that we were able to stay above 500 the whole year. So a pat on the back for both of us.
Yeah, it could have been better too, like some of this COVID stuff. But yeah. I'll say it's okay, Drew. I think we could do better, but yeah, we'll take it.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. We will see you all next week.